Thank you for joining the MCH regional interviews. Our goal of these is to make sure that advocates across the states understand the importance of advocating for more resources to end homelessness, to make sure everybody has their own place to call home. Our guest today, Patrick Moore, who is the Director of Property Management at Property Solutions and Services. They provide housing, they're a housing provider for Section 8 housing, and they're just a great partner in the community. So Patrick, thank you for joining. And the first question is, can you explain a little bit, just really briefly, what does your organization do? What do you do?
So Property Solutions and Services is a property management company that serves the affordable housing communities. So we work with different clients, mostly nonprofit agencies, and manage their affordable properties. And by affordable, I mean they can carry a Section 8 subsidy, they can have tax credit layering or other, local county layering that makes the unit affordable. And I'm the Director of Property Management, and we manage about 800 units in the area. 12 of those are long-term homeless units, and about 30 units we manage. We place clients from MACV that are veterans that were formerly homeless, and we got about 30 of those units.
Nice. Sounds like you're doing great work. You also, before we started recording, you mentioned that you're a big believer in housing first. Can you explain what that is and why do you believe in it so much?
Housing first is just the model where you believe that, or I guess from my perspective is people need a place to start, and housing I think is the most logical place to start. When you provide a roof over their head, and in Minnesota, warmth to people's bodies, and that is just a great place to get people stable and for them to feel secure and safe so they can work on other aspects that they might need to work on, whether it be, getting, their family life back in order, or getting back to work or education. To know that you have a safe and secure home, I just believe is a cornerstone to any stability that we're looking to give people.
Right. So MCH, one of the taglines that we're trying to make sure people are thinking of is shelter saves lives, housing ends homelessness. Landlords, property managers are so vital to making that happen. But I thought it was great that you also mentioned before we started recording is that organizations and the services they provide are really important. Why is that? Why is that so important?
Absolutely. So from a property management point of view, when you're in the dynamic of a manager tenant, there's just this historic kind of weight where there is some conflicts there. And where our company tries to really have a perspective that that's not an adversarial relationship with the management and tenant. Having that case management component and another party that is a tenant advocate, yet they understand the dynamics of property management and understand that these clients of theirs are living in a property with other families and other households, and it really helps to the success when you have a very engaged case manager working directly in relationships with tenants and property managers. So whenever there is an issue, that we are working together to keep it with the goal to keep somebody housed, and not the goal to kick somebody out or evict somebody, because that's just going to keep creating this vicious cycle. And where organizations are important, it's really that case manager. It's who that person is on the ground. You can have the greatest organization in the world, but if you have a lackluster case manager that the tenant can't contact or can't find, or a case manager that has a caseload of way too many people and can't pay enough attention to the things that need to be attention to, then you just see the success drop. You see the faith in that case manager drop with the tenant. Property manager starts to lose, their faith in that anything's going to be done, and then that's when the property management starts to say, I don't really have many options if nobody's going to work with, nobody's going to work with it. Unfortunately, then you start looking at when there's issues with non-compliance of the lease or rent issues or whatever it is, then management will inevitably start to look to evict you. So it's not only the organizations, but I really emphasize it is who is interfacing with those tenants. It's that person is crucial. And where organizations in greater Minnesota, as everybody, they need funding, they need to pay those people well because they work hard and it's a difficult job.
Right, right. Well, that's a perfect way for us to end this. And hopefully us as advocates, if we're doing our job, we're working together, the work that you do will be even more successful because we'll get some of that funding that can help make sure the organizations hire great case workers and make sure they're able to work with their tenants and work with you as a management company. So thank you, Patrick. Thank you for taking this time, and best of luck.
All right. Thank you.